Rising kings and queens. I call you guys kings and queens because if you're on this channel, we put the class and class-based shooter. Me, I consider myself the king, your boy Android Centaur 5, and we are back with another video for this great game called PayDay 3. And you guys, literally, this is the last weapon that I had to get my challenges done for, and it was because I don't know, the builds that I was using, they really just didn't do the sniper any justice. Like, I took forever to aim down sights. I wasn't really hitting heads like that. It just really wasn't fun. I didn't enjoy using it, so I saved this to be the last weapon that I had to do. And when I finally came back to it, I probably only had like 400 kills with it, and I was like, man, there's got to be a better way. Like, all the other weapons have builds that I've noticed, work really well, have great synergy with them, and then the perks go along with it. And I just wasn't finding anything, at least I thought I wasn't. But then again, when I first started, I tried to use the sniper first, and it just didn't work out. This seems like a really late game type of weapon before you can figure out how it should and shouldn't work. But I'm gonna save you all that time, because if you're watching this video, you clearly want to know what is the best way to use a sniper in PayDay 3, because honestly, if you don't know, it makes it seem like the sniper is worthless. But anyway, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and break this down the same way that we do on all the other videos. We're gonna start with the loadout, and we're gonna jump into the skills, and then we're gonna jump into a bit of gameplay to show you exactly how you should be moving and bobbing and weaving and shooting and scoping and headshotting. Everything you need to do with this to make this particular build work. Let's go ahead and jump into it. And as you guys can see, I finally used a different heister. I have never used Dallas, but honestly, he don't look bad, don't he? Look, this is my version of the Teen Titans Slade. Y'all can't tell me he don't look like Slade right now. Like, he looks exactly like Slade. I was going for Deadshot, but the further I got into it with the color assortment and everything, I was like, yeah, definitely Slade. There are two versions of Slade, so I saw a copper version and I saw an orange one, and I really just wanted to use the copper. The copper looks nice and shiny. I don't really think they have a exact burnt orange color that would have worked as well as this one does. So anyway, this is the Renfield 900, which everyone knows is honestly like the only real sniper we have in here, bolt action. I can't wait till they put in other types of snipers other than, I guess, this bolt action, and then we have the 50 cal. I guess this would be considered like a Barrett. But yeah, either way, look how I made it all pretty for y'all. Like that looks amazing. Matter of fact, let's get a better look at that. That thing looks amazing. And I never used this, but I guess if you wanted to, it takes down your handling so much that I really didn't want to use it. You don't really need it, to be honest. But look how amazing that looks, you guys. Like, look at it. Like, oh, you can't zoom in on this screen. I thought you could. But yeah, y'all can't tell me that don't look beautiful. Either way, let's go ahead, the Renfield, and then of course my secondary. This is personal preference. You could probably use any secondary, but I will say this is a single shot weapon, so it's probably really good to have something that's kind of bursty as your second, just in case you get into a jam where it's a bunch of things around you, and those sentries that you put on as your deployables just happen to go down at the worst time. You want something that you can spray and pray with. Of course, since we're already using a sniper, our overkill is the Red Fox, and we're going with the medium ballistic vest on this one because we want a nice balance of being able to move but still able to take a couple shots before we get downed. We're going to use the flash bangs on this because the idea of stunning a huge crowd in place and having them look over their eyes as you slowly pop their heads off, like, how many licks does it take to get to the center of your, I don't know, brain matter? it just is so satisfying popping heads and seeing helmets fly. And then of course, it's no real specific tool that you need for this build, but I mean, you know, I would like to be able to see them through the walls other than when I have the red fox, so we're going motion sensors. Nothing super special. I didn't even get, you know, I could, hey, would this look good, you guys? Nah, it's red. I mean, it's got the chrome, I mean, the copper on it. It does have the copper on it, doesn't it? All right, hold on, let's look at that real quick. That has the copper on it, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, it has the copper on it, but the red just kind of throws me. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but I do like that weapon. So we're just gonna go back to it. We'll leave it with the classic black for now, but it don't matter. Either way, go ahead. That's the loadout. No, nothing too crazy. Oh yeah, I need to see this. This is a part of it. If you don't build your rim field this way, you will not have the same. I know I've never said that on any of the other videos, but if you do not put these mods, I know people think that the mods don't matter. And on the other guns, I would kind of think you were right. But on this gun, if you don't use these particular mods, you will not have the same experience. I 1000% tell you, you will not have the same experience. We're gonna go ahead and look at these. You absolutely need the biggest scope on the gun, on the game, to be able to do that one-shot pop shots. Which is the marksman scope, the prime marksman scope, and that's only because it has the 6x scope. All the other ones are lower. I was using this one at first because I wasn't used to, you know, going so close, like instantly, and still being able to get shots off. And the rest of them just drop off dramatically. So you only have these two options, but I'm telling you, just go with the marksman scope and get used to how close it gets. Long barrel. This one drops your damage and makes it a lot better to use and run and gun with, but you're not caring about running and gunning. You're trying to hit things from as far away as possible. So yeah, long barrel to get that extra damage and that extra distance. Magazine doesn't matter. You can use this if you want. That actually looks pretty ugly to me. I don't like how it's so large coming out of the bottom of the rifle, but you know, I didn't use anything for that. This, you absolutely need the lightweight stock. If you use the hardwood, you will not have the same experience. I'm telling you, the recoil's way better, but it doesn't matter because in the build that we're using, we account for that recoil drop. You absolutely need the lightweight to be able to snap to heads immediately. It's that sprints of fire probably, and that targeting speed that just does things. Wait till you see the gameplay, I'm telling you. And then I did the silencer. I mean, yeah, you could get the anything else, but you really don't need recoil, and there's nothing that really gives you a burst of damage from using any other head anyway. So yeah, I went with the silencer. Now you could get this one. Oh, that one looks a lot better. Oh, that one looks a lot better. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and get me another 50 stacks, and I'll probably put that one on to make it look even prettier. You guys, look at that. That looks beautiful. I like how they have the copper on the tip and the connection to the shaft as well. Unlike mine's that doesn't do that, but I do like the spiral effect on that silencer. But this one, this one's better, and it's not much difference. Well, actually. Oh, actually, yeah, the stats on this one suck. This one just looks better. It goes down. Red bar. I don't know why it goes down. It's not much different. Oh, this one takes down my swap speed. And that takes down my targeting. Okay. Yeah, not that one. Not that one. It looks better, but I'm not using that. It's definitely this one. This is the better choice for this particular build, and that's all you need. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the skills, and y'all can see how beautiful this gels together, and then I'll show you the gameplay. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Like always, we're gonna jump straight into it. And at the beginning, at the top of the list, as always, is that field surgery. Like I said, every loud build that you do always has to have field surgery. Until they do the update, field surgery. There's no debating it. It should always be there. If you're looking at a build right now on YouTube, or your friend is telling you a build, or you are talking to the developers themselves, I don't care who it is, if they're not telling you that on your loud build you should be putting on field surgery, don't listen to them. They're not keeping your best interest in heart. They're gonna tell you to go kill yourself. That's what they're gonna do. Yeah, just go down. It doesn't matter. Yeah, 2, 3 downs. It doesn't matter. Once you lose all the downs, game's over. Don't worry about it. We'll try again. Or maybe we'll just deem it too hard and just completely stay away from the whole overkill game mode. Like, just don't even do that. We'll tell the public that it's not fun. It's not fun. It's hard, so it's not fun. And then we'll get everyone else to say the same thing, so no one plays it. That sound familiar? All right. Anyway, I digress. Like I said, field surgery. And then from field surgery, we're skipping down into ammo specialist because we want scrounger. Scrounger, again, we're throwing flashbangs, and the only time I don't get scrounger is if we're using the throwing knives, because you can throw those into a body and go pick it up and not really ever lose your knives unless you just miss and they break and you can't go retrieve them. But for the most part, anytime we have a throwable, we always want to put something in the build to make sure that we can keep that throwable the whole game. We never want to just throw things out and not be able to get it back, aka lives. You don't want to lose all of your lives, or in this game they say downs. You don't want to lose all your downs and just not be able to ever get them back. So we're getting grenades back, or throwables, or in this case the stun grenades, and we're getting our downs back. After that, we're going over to mower. I know you're like, yeah, mower, you're using a sniper, you're never going to get that 35 shots fired to get the edge. Well, I mean, yeah, you will get the 35 shots, but it won't be very fast. You'll still get it, but it won't be very fast. But that doesn't matter. That's not the reason that we're in this tree. We're in this tree for the recoil. Like I said, when we put on that other that other stock, onto our sniper, it takes down our handling a whole lot. So with the handling going down for whatever reason in this game, the handling also affects the recoil, which is weird. I don't know how they all coexist together. I mean, I guess it's heavy, so when you shoot, it's harder to control. I don't know. It really doesn't make any sense. Most games keep those two stats completely separate, but not on this game. Either way, put on that recoil, make sure that when you shoot that sniper, it doesn't kick so far up into the air that you can't just chain headshots together, because you got to keep constantly pulling your sights back now. So yeah, we make it so you get one headshot, you get that edge, and then long as you have edge, that recoil is a lot more under control than it would be if you didn't. And then we're skipping suppressive fire because we're not shooting a bunch of shots, even though that one shot will make everyone near you get down. That definitely would do that, but we're not wasting a point on that. We're also not wasting a point on ammo funnel, because that would require us to move. And with this build, yeah, you do move, but it's mostly just to reposition after you take a shot. It's not really I'm running through a pile of ammo, picking up ammo, because you're so self-sufficient or ammo efficient with this particular gun that you really don't ever have to run out. And really, if you're doing all headshots like you're supposed to, this next perk right here, replenish, will make it so every shot that you hit, that you kill with a headshot, will instantly put that round right back into your magazine. So it'll be like you're not even ever losing any ammo at all in the first place. Long as you're hitting headshots and one-shot killing everything that you're aiming at, you get that round that you just shot right back, so you don't really run out of ammo, as long as you have edge. And we keep edge by another perk that's further down that we're going to go into. But like I said, as always, if this is a loud build, you need field surgery, you absolutely need tank, And the only one that you can kind of have wiggle room with is plate up. You really want all three of those, but if you was just trying to make room for something else that you felt like was more important, I would take off the plate up way before I ever take off tank. Tank is not debatable. You absolutely need that. All right, now after tank, we're skipping infiltrator, by the way, if you guys couldn't tell. This is stealth. It has nothing to do with loud, so we don't use anything in it. Now, sniper. This is how we make sure that we get edge and we keep edge. We never lose it. The first point to the sniper, if we stand still for, I don't know, a half a second or so, a second and a half, we get edge, aiming down sights. As long as we're hitting those headshots, it keeps refreshing our edge. So we'll always have edge as long as we're hitting headshots. This collateral control, not really that important. I put it on my shotgun because you don't even have to try to hit the battery packs and the bombs when you have a shotgun, especially if you're hip firing. You just hit it all the time. It doesn't matter. This one, you actually have to try to hit the battery packs, so I'm not really worried about that. I'm only aiming for heads anyway. That if I'm hitting the battery packs in the chest of a grenader, that means I'm aiming too low. I need to pick it up right between my eyes. So we're skipping that. We're going to long shot because absolutely this is essential to make sure that you get those headshots and those one shot kills and you keep them going constantly. As long as I'm aiming out sights with edge, it'll consume. It doesn't care about how far away that person is. It's going to give me my full damage at all times. You need that because you're trying to hit things at max range all the time anyway. So you don't want nothing dropping off just because they're a couple distance away. I say that, but when I was on a road rage earlier, you know the guys that sit in the chimneys, the snipers on the side, I was like really far. I think I was like at the spawn and I couldn't hit them. But I took like maybe 3 steps forward and then I could hit him in his head, no problem. But 4 steps back, it wasn't even registering that a bullet was going to him. So I think there is a limit. It's not unlimited, but it's a lot further than if you didn't have this on. Either way, need that. You're sniping, you definitely need it. Precision shot, absolutely need that. I really wanted to see what it was like to take it off, but you need it. You need it. You absolutely need it. It's going scoping, aiming down sights will consume my edge and make it so I'm hitting even harder. But you get edge back almost instantly. Not almost, instantly. You get it back instantly, so it don't even matter that it's taking it. You get it right back. Like, it'll go away for like 2.5 seconds. Not even 2. It'll be that 1.5 seconds, and then you instantly get it right back. And then, of course, I know I was telling you guys don't use cutting shot, and I still stand on that. Cutting shot on anything other than this sniper and a shotgun doesn't really work. I'll put it on my shotgun, I'll put it on my sniper. I'm not putting it on my SMG. I'm not putting it on my assault rifle. I just don't see it doing anything. And those 2 weapons work just as well without cutting shot. So it's just a waste of a perk. But on this, I'm using it. And on top of that, they're saying with the new update, the Renfield I'm using, which I'm noticing is actually really strong. People just don't know how to build it. I was one of those people, but it's getting a buff where it's going to start doing even more damage. And when you put cutting shot on with it, instead of you having to, especially on shields, instead of you having to shoot through the visor and break it in the glass to get them to die, you can literally shoot straight through the shield when the update comes out. But until then, you still have to hit that visor. But that will make this thing undeniably the best perk to have on a sniper once that actually happens. And then, of course, you need that speed aim. You're sniping, you're moving, you want to snap to heads almost instantly. This is equivalent to turning your sensitivity and your dead zones down on Call of Duty. You want to be snapping to heads instantly. Instantly. You want it just to think about aiming, and the controller is already saying, all right, yep, we got you, straight to the head. Like, you definitely need this on your sniper though. Actually, I would be interested in seeing how it works on an assault rifle, because without this perk, that aim assist always seems to pull to the chest. With this perk, that aim assist always pulls to the head. which I really like. Which I really, really, really like. All right, we're skipping escapists because we're not trying to run around like super fast anyway. We don't care about that. We're kind of mostly trying to be stationary, especially because of the sharpshooter perk. So yeah, we want to keep our edge up. So we're skipping this moving fast. We're skipping demolitionist. We're not really throwing grenades to kill. We're just throwing grenades to stun. We're skipping Enforcer. I know we're skipping Enforcer. First build that we ever actually skipped Enforcer. So yeah, the only downside to this build is you're not really getting grit and stacking grit up. You have no way to trigger grit with this build. But I'm telling you, if you're playing the build the way it's supposed to go, that doesn't even bother you. It's not a big deal. And if you really, really, really just wanted grit anyway, you could put on that Enforcer. I would probably take off see, that's the issue. I would take off something down further, but we come back to that. I'll show you what I took off because I did have that on here at one point, but I ended up taking it off. Anyway, we're skipping Enforcer, we're skipping Manipulator, Engineer. Yeah, so I think this is what I was gonna say. Yeah, I would have took off the targeting fire and put on Enforcer if I was going to use it. But the way targeting fire works, matter of fact, even if you could, yeah, this is what you're putting in Engineer. You're doing the first point and just having a sentry. You're doing the AP rounds because you absolutely need those. This is the first time I found a use for detonate. Normally I would tell you guys, yeah, don't ever put that on. That's not useful. All you do is kill all the hostages. But yeah, you have to be more cautious with it and put your sentries further away from the hostages. Like wherever your hostages are, you gotta always be mindful of the distance and the range of how they blow up. And if anything that can blow up is next to where they blow up at. And there is some type of weird glitch with this as well. When it blows up, sometimes it flips upside down. And since you have to aim at the head to be able to pick it up, the head sometimes glitches through the map and you just lost that sentry for the rest of the run. That really sucks. I've seen that happen a couple times with me doing this build. But I usually always still have at least one sentry still, but that kind of pretty much defeats the whole purpose of having dual sentries, which you do want. You want 2 sentries. So this one is kind of like hit or miss. But the reason I have it on is because I'm aimed down sights most of the time, right, with this build. So I'm not able to look down and see that my sentry is on fire and it's not able to be used, or it's not protecting my blind spots anymore. So I put that on, so when it does run out, it blows up. While I'm aiming down sights, I see it blow up. So yeah, I don't necessarily have to be looking at it to see a body come flying across my scope screen, and I go, oh, okay, all right, my sentry blew up. Let me pick that up. That's the reason I didn't make it so the sentry lasts longer by acing out Engineer. I actually want it to blow up. Not only does it do a reset for me and clears a crowd of enemies that might be trying to rush me, but it also lets me know that I need to pick it up and put it back down. And the only bad thing about this is I don't have spin cycles, so when you place those sentries down, you have to make sure that you're placing them directly where they need to be. What I normally do is I put one directly in front of me, and then I won't put one facing the opposite direction behind me to catch everything behind me. And I always make sure I'm standing in the middle of both of them at all times, because it doesn't do the 360 turn around and shoot behind you when it's beside you. It only shoots the direction that you're facing. And then of course we're doing targeted fire. But the reason we're doing targeted fire is because skipping gunslinger, skipping grifter, skipping a hacker, skipping tactician. I wish I had another point to be able to 2 points to put into Copa de Gras, but you know, it didn't fit. That kind of sucks, but you know, like life goes on, we'll move on. You're doing enough damage anyway. This would just be an absolute bonus, which would be great. But yeah, we skip that, but this is the reason that we're using the targeted fire, because with strategists, we're going into combat marking. Now when we mark any special, our sentries look directly at that special and help us kill it instantly. I love that. And then you get the 20% damage on whatever you mark. So you always want to mark whatever special is in the room all times. And you don't have to unscope to be able to mark it. So yeah, stay scoped, mark, remember to mark at all times. It gives you bonus damage and it makes it so your whole team is aware of it. It gets highlighted red, everyone can see it. And with this, you can mark up to 2 specials at a time instead of just 1. 2 specials at a time. Not only will you do that, the only other thing I would do is I might take off a threat assessment, because this one makes it so, oh well, yeah, I would have to take off threat assessment because we don't get grit. We don't get grit. So yeah, we would make it so we can yeah. Or we could put spin cycle on. We could put spin cycle on, yeah. Yeah, I guess we could. We could absolutely put spin cycle on. Or we could put on transportation just for the rush. That's pretty good. No. I'm gonna make it so I can mark 2 things at once. So we're just controlling traffic. It's like air traffic control. This way, that way. Kill this, kill that, kill this, kill that. Yeah, you know, that works out. Yeah. Absolutely. That's the build. We're sticking to it. Now let's go ahead and jump into some gameplay and show you guys what's going on. Well, as always, I'll put the description in the description the link to this build off of pd3.gg. Let's jump into some gameplay. The gun doesn't matter. I'm looking at the gloves. All right, now we're gonna look at the other gun. You can barely see it. You can't even really see it. Alright, whatever. Pray for our RNG, good RNG, and I found a set of planks. Anyone know where the lab is? Anyone know where the lab is? Okay. Alright. Alright, we're good now. Did y'all kill this guy down here? Oh no, you made him get down. Awesome.
Fuck! If the cooks are dead, then you need to do the cooking yourselves. Again.
Not to freak you out or anything, but your doctor.
Oh, this is perfect. The lights are right here, so you can shoot them through the window. Don't board up that window on this side. Do we got all 3? Oh yeah. No, we're missing 1 board. Oh, okay.
We'll need at least 3 bags of meth to make this worth our while. These notes are a little chaotic, but we'll make it work.
Sentry gun ready for action.
Piece of shit drill.
The SWATs are closing in. Get
Got
ready.
the sentry gun set up.
Make no mistake.
We'll tackle this cook 1 ingredient at a time. Remember, these are volatile chemicals. You
Look at
screw
them
anything
people.
up, the lab blows. Let's see here. Throw in a bit of muriatic acid. These notes,
I'm missing like crazy.
I think we're good so far.
I missed that guy. I missed him again? What? Yeah, right.
SWAT's coming from the field. Watch the hostages. Rescue
I
those
am being a
alive.
scrub right now.
All right. Add hydrogen chloride to the mix. I'm 79% sure. Stay sharp. The cop sabotage squad rolling in.
gun ready.
Shield's dead.
Kill the sniper.
I'm checking the recipe. Add some muriatic acid. No explosions yet. Yes, we're good.
Oh. Yeah, I see it.
One second. Time to add some hydrogen chloride.
Dropped an armor bag here. They've set in a shield.
Setting up a sentry gun.
Okay, we got a batch.
Oh, good
Purity
kill.
will increase if you let it cook, but don't let it sit for too long.
There's a. Oh, I need that actually.
Bane's notes are accurate. This note just says acid. Must mean muriatic acid, right? That's what the notes say, at least.
Sentry gun here.
Shield's gone.
It's a zapper.
These notes are a mess. Muriatic acid. That's next. I'm 86% sure.
Setting up a sentry gun.
Oh, what?
This note just says acid. Must mean muriatic acid,
Sentry
right?
gun here.
If you tie down a civilian, I have something to bargain with.
I'm going out here to grab this heavy
Does
weapon.
that sound
Time
right
to
to you?
even the score.
Pour in some of that muriatic acid.
Hey,
Y'all need that sniper? Okay, I'll take it then.
Sentry all set up.
Are you sure? I'm gonna put it down here in the bathroom for y'all. Yeah, here. Got it.
I'm tracking another assault team. They'll be there in about 30 seconds. 1 second. You should hook up a tank of hydrogen chloride.
Hydrogen chloride. I'll put it there. Oh, wait, go ahead. That's fine.
Okay, nice. Get ready for it.
Alright.
I got the sniper. Goddamn zap.
All right.
Oh, you bitch.
We need some sodium hydroxide. That's caustic soda. Nice going.
Yeah.
You can cut that batch a little longer to increase the purity, but keep an eye on it.
It's a fucking shield. Shield's dead.
I called in the van for pickup. Get ready to toss in the meth.
Oh, come on, bro.
Chemicals left. We might as well.
Okay, I'm here.
Throw in the caustic soda.
Alright, we can dip out, you guys.
Keep an eye out. Hostage rescue is on. Cross your fingers.
Grab a bag. Grab a bag. Grab a bag. Grab a bag. There's a bag there, you guys.
Kill the fuck.
I'm going out. You know, we could have took the zipper off.
The cops killed the lights. You can't
gun here.
3 bags and counting.
All right.
Nailed the snake!
Pearl is down. Watch the front of the house, people.
I'm about to be too.
Out of the goddamn trees.
All right, cool. Oh, that was so cool. Alright. Anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe. You have way more fun with this sniper build. Give it a try.